first and foremost, it's great to see you. I know it's been a roller coaster offseason. There's a ton that we could talk about, but big picture for me first. Walk me through what the first sort of 4 or 5 days of camp have been like. And are you where you sort of hoped you'd be at this point, given all that's gone on the last 6 months?
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of new things to camp this year with, COVID testing and all the protocols set in place. So it's definitely been a little bit different. Offensively, we're right where we want to be. We've kind of started over installing, and this will be our 5th day at practice today, and we can't wait for what we have in store.
Yeah, so tell me about your new offensive coordinator, Bill Musgrave. I think people are excited to sort of see what this new offense is going to be all about. What is he like?
Oh, he's awesome. To have someone with his track record, not only coach the quarterbacks, but to be calling the plays is truly a blessing for us quarterbacks and the offense as a whole. And, just what the knowledge he's brought to us so far, just in the short months that he's been here, has been really great.
Is there an example or something that you could call out that he's taught you or that he's helped you with? Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, but is there something specific as an example of what he's helped you with?
Not really specific, but just general big picture, just, the way how he looks at things from an NFL perspective and how he's translated it to coaching us quarterbacks in a college room.
And so how would you describe his offensive philosophy?
He's a pro style offense. We're going to be a downhill running team. We're going to take some shots deep, full teams with some play action and a lot of what you see on Sundays. And I can't wait to execute this offense this year.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to see you November 7th. I know you're going to get this question or some iteration of it a lot between now and then, but I got to know, what were the conversations in the Garbers family like when the schedule came out and you see that the very first game is Cal UW? Obviously, probably everybody here knows your little brother Ethan is a freshman quarterback for the Huskies. What was the conversation in the Garbers family? Was the group chat going off?
Yeah, the group chat was about 30 seconds after the schedule came out. I already got a text from my little brother talking a little smack. I have to remind them that we beat the Huskies the past 2 seasons, and we plan on doing it this year.
What is it like having him at UW? And again, this year is totally different than probably most, but what's it like having your younger brother at a, division rival school that you're going to face opening weekend? How often do you guys talk? Do you talk football? Do you not now? What's that dynamic?
Right now, we don't really talk football just because, we're both in camp at our respective schools. But it definitely makes this game a little bit sweeter. Just, the winner of this comes out with bragging rights for a whole nother year.
Have you talked to your parents about what they'll be wearing that day?
Yeah, we talked a little bit. They're kind of divided on, whether they'll be wearing the blue and gold or the purple. So we'll see come game day.
Fair enough. All right. For you personally, what's the biggest thing that you want to get better at between today, right now, and November 7th when you guys take the field?
I think just overall command of an NFL huddle. We've been in a spread system past 3 seasons. So definitely huddling up, taking a 7-step drop from under center is a little bit different from what we've been used to here at Cal. So just, that overall command and obviously little things, working on accuracy, getting faster and stronger.
Last thing for me, Chase, and then we'll open it up to the rest of the media, but you've got more starts and more wins under your belt than any returning Pac-12 quarterback. For you personally, does your role as the, leader on this team or your confidence level, being one of the few established guys, do those things feel a little bit different this year for you compared to your first few years at Cal?
Yeah, definitely. I think experience this year will be a huge part of anyone's success, especially, in the shortened season that we have. As offensively, we have almost everyone coming back. Defensively, we have a good amount of people coming back. So I think we're one of the most experienced teams in the Pac-12 this year, and I think that'll help us to where we want to succeed.
Okay, last one, and I mean this. You mentioned guys coming back on the defensive end. What was your reaction when Cam Bynum told you he was coming back, or you found out that he was coming back?
I was really excited. Cam and I, we've been talking all throughout quarantine, and when he made the decision to leave, we all understood that. But when we found out he was coming back, it was even more excitement, more joy.
Awesome. All right. Well, best of luck. Appreciate it. And Jesse, I'll turn it back over to you for the rest of the questions from the media.
Thank you.
First question will go to Rusty Simmons. As a reminder, if media have questions, please use the raise hand function to get into the queue.
Hi, Chase. We talked to Michael Safel this week, and he calls you the lifeline of the team. What does that mean to you to hear your teammate, your roommate say something like that?
Well, it means a lot, especially, Mike at the center position, kind of the focal point of the offensive line. Also my roommate, so I hear from him about every day about what we got to do and what we got to work on. But it's awesome to have that compliment from him.
And how do you handle that? Your teammates do know how important you are to the success of the team. How do you kind of handle that?
I just treat it, how I've always kind of treated things. I'm not going to change just because, Mike has said some pretty nice things about me. But, it's just kind of the mindset going in that, every day we're going to work to get better and work to execute.
Thanks, Chase.
Thank you.
And again, please use the raise hand function. Next question will come from Jake Curtis. Jake, you there? All right, we will go to Anthony Flores for the next question.
Hey, Chase, was just wondering, you guys are finally cleared to start practicing as a team all together now. How does that feel? Is there a sense of like relief and like, all right, now we can really start going here and get ready for the season?
Yeah, there's definitely a level of excitement. The first couple days we almost had to hone it back a little bit because everyone's trying to go so fast, so quickly. But we're all excited. The coaches are excited. The players are excited. The fans are excited that we're back. Can't wait for the season.
I've asked the coaches this. Is this enough time for you guys to get ready? I've asked the coaches physically, but mentally for you guys to get the game plan in. Is there enough time between now and kickoff for that first game to be ready to play a college football season?
Yeah, physically, the coaches and players really communicated well throughout the conference on how much time we need to allocate to physically be ready. But mentally, we've been working. Coach Musgraves came in January, and we've been working since then, putting in our playbook and kind of taking it step by step. So, come November 7th when Washington comes to Berkeley, we'll be ready.
Just one more question. I've covered the A's and the Giants and the 49ers and kind of gotten used to seeing all the protocols and how they approach practices and games. Have you gotten used to where you can actually focus on football and not worry about all the other protocols that you're trying to follow to stay safe?
Yeah. Our medical team has done a great job with all the protocols in place. And at this point, yeah, we're pretty used to it and just kind of ready to play football.
Great. Thank you. Good luck this season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next question will come from Dennis Dodd.
Hey, Chase. I just wondered if you'd seen that note or that letter from the USC players, I think last month, just advocating that they wanted to play. Apparently that had a huge role in getting this ball rolling. If that indeed is the case, what does that say about you guys as players?
Yeah, we did see the letter that the players wrote to Governor Newsom. And, what that kind of means is college football players, have a bigger voice than people think and are willing to use that voice in certain situations.
Okay. Did it seem, odd that it took until that to get this thing going? Because apparently there hadn't been any communication between the Pac-12 and the governor to that extent until that letter came out. Larry Scott and Governor Newsom met the next day.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it odd, but with the outside pressure of players, advocating to play, definitely, kind of sped up the process.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, as a reminder, use the raise hand function. We will go to Christian Babcock.
Hi, Chase. I was wondering, Jaden Daniels last night tweeted out a petition from some USC football parents talking about getting like parents in the stands for the games. And the Pac-12 Yogi Roth's come out and said it's not really up to the Pac-12. It's more about the local and state officials, what they're willing to allow. But, you know, in this weird year, what would it potentially mean to you to have your family come see you at a game or two?
It would definitely mean a lot, not just for myself, but for all players in the conference. Like Yogi came out and said, it is up to the local health officials. And, you know, if our parents are able to be in the stands, you know, where it's safe, then I'm all for it. And I would love that. And so would my parents.
Great. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you.
And we will go back to Rusty Simmons.
Hey, Chase, I was going to ask you about Elijah Hicks. I've been reading a lot about things that he's been working on this offseason, kind of in line with some of the stuff we've been talking about this morning. What do you think about how he's used his platform and what he's doing in the community?
He's used his platform in a tremendous way. Elijah Hicks is such a great guy. Not only is he a great player on the field, but he's just an overall great human being off the field. And, you know, the work he's put in this time that we've had off is truly tremendous.
How much has that kind of transferred over to the rest of the team? Are you guys picking up on that, feeding off of that, adding to what he's working on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to have a catalyst like Elijah do what he does definitely kind of gives off energy to others. And, you know, each and every one of us has kind of picked off their own little aspect of it.